All right, now all of these, I went ahead and told you that this group is ionic. We're going to have to name these ionic compounds. And so we want to, for these ionic compounds, first look at the cation. And it's always, for these, going to be the first element that we have. So copper, manganese, calcium, and potassium. We have two different types of metals that we can run into, though. So we have copper and manganese. That's in the middle of the periodic table here. Those can have multiple charges. Okay, copper and manganese both could have, it could be manganese 2, it could be manganese 3, it could be copper 1, it could be copper 2. So we're going to have to do a little bit more work to figure that one out. These, though, so calcium and potassium both, potassium's always potassium plus 1, calcium's always calcium plus 2. And so since it always is calcium 1, we don't bother writing it. So calcium carbonate. Okay, this is Ca2 plus with the CO3 2 minus. Okay, Ca2 plus and CO3 2 minus. Again, in a normal semester, I would have you memorize all of these, just have them handy, and know how to use them and know when to use them. This one, K plus and F minus. Okay, the potassium is always potassium plus 1, so I don't have to tell anyone that I'm telling about it that it is. So it's potassium fluoride. All right, now these are going to require more work. So you would either need to know or have from a list that NO3 is NO3 with just a -1 charge. And that's important because the whole thing's neutral. That makes my copper be copper 1. And so now I'm going to use copper, and I add a Roman numeral to tell me that's copper 1 nitrate. This one should be easier. So because of the column that chlorine is in, it's always Cl minus. And so in this I have Cl minus, Cl minus, Cl minus. I have 3 negatively charged species. And so for the whole thing to be neutral, it has to be manganese 3 plus. So manganese 3 fluoride.